Oh, Sigma, touchdown. Very good. Just a little peek. A little peek. Thank you. Now we're just going through this here. Good boy. Thank you. I do love this hair. That's awesome. Now, do you have to like gel it or mousse it up? Or
No, just.
Dude, where'd your neck go? Let me see. Nope, there it is. We found it. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. You look like you have an appetite. Mm-hmm. You watching Mama? Good boy. So when he goes to sleep at night, what time does he go to bed?
Around like midnight.
Okay. And then typically like gets up what time in the morning?
Oh, well, he sleeps probably like 2.5, 3 hours, and then he gets up.
Okay.
So.
And at his age, to still wake up a couple of times during the night to eat is very normal. Every 1 to 2 hours,
Yeah.
he's just being a little piggy.
Especially if I'm breastfeeding, he wakes up more often.
Well, and what they will sometimes do when they're, especially when they're breastfeeding, is during the night he will end up snacking. So instead of really feeding and taking a full meal, he may take just enough to where he's not hungry, go back to sleep, and an hour or two later he wants to eat again. So he'll take enough to where he's not hungry, go back to sleep, an hour or two, wants to eat again.
Yeah, because it surprised me because he's not on it for that long and then he just goes back
Yeah.
to sleep.
Yeah, he's not taking a full
Yeah.
meal, he's actually snacking on you. When he does that, if you do something to try to keep him awake, hey, when's the baby due? Sometimes when he's nursing, like tickle the bottom of his feet, you know, do some things just to kind of maybe stimulate and keep him awake so he'll keep eating. All right, no shooting. Where you at? Oh, aimed right at us. Yeah, I know.
So
you
we're
boys.
having a question. Is it normal for his penis to like hide in like that?
That is a great question. Notice, and I'm
asked
trying
my-
to keep us. See this whole area of fat that's right here. What happens is the penis itself is attached underneath, so it can only come out so far. If you keep building up this fat pad, it keeps coming out, but the penis can't go out any farther. All of a sudden, it'll look like you'll see like a hole and go, where'd it go? If you actually take the fat pad and push it down, it pops right out. And you're like, oh, okay.
Because Jody mentioned it. She's like, why is it like that? I'm like, your boys didn't do that? She's like, no.
Well,
So,
and again, see, if you push the fat away,
yeah.
everything looks totally normal. So it's 100%, no, it's normal. It's completely normal, but then as this fat comes out, it just keeps, if you brought it out, you'd never see the penis.
Yeah.
It would just be, but push it down and go, no, that's totally normal.
That's just because of
Yeah, it's the extra fat that's down there. Now, if you was all skinny mini, it would, now, I'm not trying to say anything tacky, but that happens with like a fat pad there at any age.
Yeah.
So, when you think of like maybe adults, that's a scary thought. The little bumps you see here, this is all his little baby acne. It's got about another month and that will be completely, you know, just totally gone.
In the eye, boogers are still
Yeah.
a little bit.
That can go off and on for about 6 months. And when we see you lift that big old head, pick that brain up, good boy. And I'm just gonna let go of his hands on purpose. Perfect, good boy. Yeah, he's like, why'd you drop me?
They can do tummy time now for a little
Oh,
bit.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Just until you start getting fussy and flip them back.
And to get them on their tummy, some and get them used to it is actually very good for it. Now, some love it, some don't like it at all because he'll have trouble picking his head up. He wants to be on his back, so he wants you to roll him back over. But to get some time that way and also to move him around so you don't get kind of a too funky shaped head. No, you don't? Okay, I'll let mom and dad come get you. But his soft spot, his head, his eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and when he opened up big, no thrush, it looks great. Neck, I had to pick up his chin to find it, but feels good. Collarbones are good. Heart and lungs sound great. Belly, totally normal. Down below, you just had that big fat pad there, and that's what's making it look like. Actually, I won't tell you who, but I had have a patient that obviously they're here locally, and the dad was very concerned about that. Wanted it taken care of. Wanted a second opinion, and that's fine to get a second opinion. And the doctor's like, he's normal. It's just there's a big fat pad, and once that goes away, there you go. And you know, we see this a lot. Again, when you can take your fingers and push that fat away and it looks totally normal, nothing to worry about.
It's there.
What? You must like football. It's like touchdown. You know, keep reading to him, singing to him, talking to him, anything you can do so that he hears language and words. That's not just for his hearing, it's for his speech development. Right now, the way you're feeding him, perfect. Still just breast milk or formula. Everybody will tell you, oh, he needs cereal, he needs baby food. No, he doesn't. Actually, there's really not much added as far as nutrition there. The main nutrition is breast milk and formula.
When does that start coming? After 6 months or
After
so?
6 months.
Okay.
If he got nothing but breast milk and formula till he was a year old, he'd be huge, healthy, and happy. Nothing. Now, there is something he's going to figure out how to do between now and when you come back at 4 months that he does not do right now. Do you know what that is?
Like flipping? Or
Rolling over. Guess what warning sign he's going to give you just before he flips?
Maybe
Nothing.
his nothing?
He'll just go.
Oh.
So this is going to sound tacky. Don't trust him.
Okay.
If you think he's safe, he's never rolled, he's like on a changing table or the couch or the bed, don't trust him. Because all of a sudden he'll just whoop, and then you hear the fall. So we don't want that. What, big man?
No signs, huh?
They just, all of a sudden he'll push or move and whoop. And then if you want, you can dress him. As long as we can get to his thighs, we're in business. That's where the immunizations go.
Is he getting 4 or so today? Or?
Yes and no.
Yes and
He's
no.
getting 4, but only 3 are shots.
Oh.
So the 4th one is a liquid. That's against what we call rotavirus, which is the most common cause of like vomiting and diarrhea from a virus perspective in kids. The other 3 that are shots are actually against a number of different diseases, things that can cause pneumonia, meningitis, of course, the pertussis or whooping cough, all the other things. They have really made some changes with the vaccines that are great, so that almost none of the kids have any side effects, nothing.
And one of them is another part of the hepatitis then? Or? Yeah.
He had the first hepatitis in the first week of life, and now he'll get the second one, then he'll get the third one at 6 months, then he'll be done with that series. And he did fine with the first hepatitis? No one? Yeah, they do.
Do they normally get kind of warm or sick after these ones?
They
or?
usually don't.
No.
Now, the one thing you will see the most of, because they're in the thigh, one of them is tetanus, diphtheria, kind of when you get that and you move around, you're like, ooh, it just makes it sore.
Naughty or something?
Yeah, his thighs may be sore, but for the next 24 hours when you change his diaper, just massage his thighs and kind of rub them. It just helps. You know what? For the way y'all love him, bless you. It is. He has something now that over almost about 50% of the kids born in this country don't have. A mom and a dad who both love him. That's awesome. He doesn't care where you live.
Nope.
He doesn't care if he has any clothes. He doesn't care what your car is. Feed him and love him and occasionally clean him up.
Yeah.
He's thrilled.
He probably doesn't want any clothes.
No, he likes to be naked.
He's such a boy.
Yeah.
They eat like crazy. They want to be naked. Wait till later after he gets his bath. He'll just go zooming around. You know, just love it. Now,
Yeah,
his
he
next,
loved bath time.
Oh, they do. Now, his next regular checkup is not until he's 4 months old, so not for 2 more months. If you need us before then, you're worried about something doesn't seem right, you know, just call. We can help. We're going to get him right, and I promise. He looks terrific. He is definitely snacking on you at night. So what we have to teach him is either eat or don't eat, but none of this snacking. So if he's eating, kind of tickle him, do something, keep him waiting, make him eat, or tell him, nope, you gotta wait.
You gotta learn.
You're going to drive mama crazy waking her
Yeah,
up.
he
all
gets
night.
so fidgety and moving.
Well, and you can tell it's not like he's starving.
Mhm.
He's getting plenty.
And it's normal for like the little moanings and stuff.
they'll make all sorts of noises whether they're sleeping, awake. If he's breathing normal, he's acting fine, things are good. He's just making noise. And I just heard his lungs, they are clear as they can be. Sound terrific.
And like if I ever, like when I get sick and I breastfeed him, does that make him sick too, or does it?
That's actually a really good question. It usually doesn't. And actually, believe it or not, if you're sick with the breastfeeding, it's probably one of the best ways you have of protecting him so he doesn't get sick. Because he's not just getting the nutrition in the breast milk, but also your antibodies to kind of protect him. So even though it's not easy on mom, because you'd be sick and nursing at the same time, it's actually better for him that way. What?
Is his percentile?
I'm gonna go
You
look what I'm
go.
saying, because I just don't like bringing the computer in the room, because I think. But I'm gonna go look it up and I'm gonna write it down for
Oh,
you.
awesome.
So even if you tell me I don't want to know, I'm gonna write them down anyway.
Okay.
And we're gonna get you his physical form, immunization record, all that kind of stuff. So you'll get all that before you go. I promise.
You'd be a good boy.
Guys, great job. Uh-oh.
Look, he's so
Back
chubby
like
with his diaper's starting.
I know. So I'm like, you look like a plumber. Hey. Guys, he looks great. He really does.
Yeah.
I still love the hair too. I think that's awesome. You are perfect. I'm just gonna sleep right behind you just out. Watch my head. And then